Welcome back, everyone. This is the VG Pierce. I'll be coming at you with the 2018 Blood Bowl 2 World Cup, where we are in the quarterfinals, where we will see more Blood Bowl action. Of course, in first place, you will receive $3,000 for winning the whole thing. $1,500 for second, $1,000 apiece for third and fourth. Brought to you by Aces, Republic of Gamers. And earlier we did see the human mirror matchup, and hopefully the last, because another human matchup that could happen is in the championship match. Now that we see that Ornan's human team, Reval Rampage, is going to be able to advance on through. So now it will be Ungern taking on Silsei. Will this human team make it through, and perhaps on another human mirror matchup? That could happen. It really could, but let's go ahead and see how this game is going to turn out as we begin the replay. Of course, in my preliminary prediction, I said that I liked the Undead team to kind of avoid the human mirror matchup, because look at this. We have a lot of different races by the end in the quarterfinals. Human, Undead, Necro, Lizard, Orc, Wood Elf, and then of course the human mirror here at the end. So I mean, just a lot of different races in the match. But first, we are going to see Coach Ungern, Anoramic 1802. I'm not sure what the number is all about. It will be facing off, though, against the Undead team of Silsei, the Francobowl Stars. As we see the coin flip, and all around, you see that there is a blizzard already on the pitch. The change of weather is actually it is actually a high chance of a change of weather, so on the kickoff, so this thing might not stick, but looks like though that will not deter the Francobowl Stars to receive the ball. The Undead team, I like this, and he doesn't even have sure hands or anything like that, so watch out. But I mean, this is one of those things where the GFIs, they're just so much more scarier than anything else. I'll tell you that much. But of course, here, just take a quick look here at the skills. The Mummy picking up the guard and the block there for him. I believe he went with the guard on the block Mummy, or is it the block on the guard? I forget which way it went, but he went with that skill for the Mummy on this Undead team. And the Ogre with that leader, a little bit strange place to take it, but Ungern making it work. And not only that, taking lots of guard. Unlike the other human team, he went with all guard basically for all of his guys, besides going for the tackle mighty blow earlier. But I mean, jeez, you talk about dominating front line. You think that this human team should be able to do it, especially against those weaker little zombies in the front line. But of course, we'll need it for today's match. Mummy is going to have 5 strength and will be able to knock down some of these human players, and moreover get some injuries out. They did get blocked on their side, as you can see, and so not a high chance that anything's going to go awry for these 2-die blocks. That's the wondrous thing about this World Cup. You get the first doubles after winning the first round, but then after winning the third round, you're able to get another doubles, and right there, as you can see, does get blocked for both of the big guys. And so nice there. Will be able to start off strong with the hit and the KO. And as I've said, Armor 8 humans, can you actually rely on them? I still am a little bit questioning. Yeah, nice little chill to start things off, King of Vython, indeed. Here's the blitz with the whites, wanting to keep these human player down, keep the humans down, and we'll be able to. Nice little armor break there on the front line. But how long will all these bashes take place? Because once the human team decides to play Bash Blood Bowl, then it may be the last time that these Undeads will be able to prosper. But of course, with the Mummies, that's the difference here. If these 5-strength Mummy is able to break on through, continue to get these injuries out with utilizing the inherent mighty blow ability, then this could be a very short game for this human team of Ungern. Panoramic 8102. I think I said 1802 earlier. I think it's 8102. So much apologies to that, Ungern, but still, who puts numbers that just kind of doesn't make sense? I'm sure it makes sense somewhere. We might have to get Ungern to explain himself here. What does this mean, man? Panoramic 8102. Must be a reference. Maybe I might have to Google Foo it. Google Foo! But I'm too busy with this mess. One of you guys out there in chat gonna have to do that for me. Of course here, shadow boxing, the norm here in the beginning bits. Not wanting to get too aggressive as of yet, so gonna stay away from the front line. Don't want to get the humans bashed up yet. Mummy, of course, gonna be the ones leading the way on the charge with the Mighty Blow inherent and the block skill, so very nice to have block on both of those big guys, I have to say. But it's again one of those other things as well that you have to consider. Tier 1 undead team versus a tier 2 human team. There is a reason why the humans are considered tier 2. I mean, certainly you look at this all guard lineup and you're like, ooh, they should be able to bash, but how much more teeth do they have? I mean, sure, they got a Mighty Blow tackler there of the Ogre, but the Ogre could bonehead more times than not and end all things. And of course, the Mighty Blow with tackle, sure, he's great on those ghouls, but will he be able to activate, or will he be able to get these 2-die blocks and the armor breaks when it is the most opportune? And of course, block for both of the ghouls. I really like that as well. Gonna keep at least 2 of them safe. So 2 ball carriers with that blotch ability. I mean, so much more difficult to deal with, and only 1 tackler here on the human side. There you go. There's the bonehead I was speaking of. Perhaps he didn't use that blitz with the Ogre, but man, that right here is the difference between this 5 strength piece and that 5 strength piece. Bonehead, no bonehead. And right there, mummies will be able to continue to reign supreme, and if anything, doesn't have to worry about the guard piece of the Ogre. Continue to make things a lot more difficult for the mummies to deal with. So there's going to be yet another 2-die block. Here comes the blitz. If he needs to, if anything, needs to take him down. But there's the push. Luckily, no stand firm or anything for those guys. So they're going to be able to get push comboed away. But this guard blitzer is going to be a little bit in danger. They're blocked there and the blitz here. Oh, this is it. Here's the defender stumbles. Will the Mighty Blow activate? Oh, looks like there is an armor break. But just going to be a normal injury. Look at that. No Mighty Blow activation there. But does get the armor break after all. So a stun here on one of the guard pieces. And yeah, sure, the human team able to get the guard for a lot of his pieces, but will it be enough? I don't know. I mean, yeah, you look at this team, and sure, they're a little bit scary if you get a little bit bunched up here, and you can't deal with the guard. But again, with the mummies, the 5 strength, they're able to just kind of poke through whenever necessary and make things a lot more difficult for all the guard pieces. But we'll see, though. I mean, I'm talking all this smack about the guard, but let me tell you about guard. It's pretty darn good, especially for a human team that wants to bash back. And this is it here. A lot of people say, look, if you're playing humans, get guard. And this is the reason why right here, so that you can stay toe-to-toe with these tier 1 teams. Get those hits off whenever need be. Look at this. Nice little 2-die block enabled by lots of guard here. Actually, lots of assists. Only needed that 1 extra guard for the 2-die, but still, that's what I'm talking about right here. And of course, he has guard himself after the block on through and able to support this hit on the white, but just going to be a push, but still, it's going to be a pretty nice one. More 2-die blocks coming out, but now continue to base him up. It is now in the middle of the rounds. Of course, the humans going to want to get a little bit more aggressive. No armor breaks yet on the Undead, I don't think. Maybe a stun earlier, I think, but they're just no worse for wear. Humans have been getting a little bit more stunned here, just a little bit. I think right now it's about 3-1 stuns. If I had to say, I don't think the undead had any stuns whatsoever. But still, quite a few stuns on the armor 8, and of course the KO. Don't forget about that one sitting out. So it is 11 on 10 at the moment. Undead, you just can't do those GFIs on the 3+. Forget about the 2+. Those are always scary. You do 2+ GFI and you're already scared. Talk about 3+ GFIs. Oh man, you can just count me out. You can count me the hell out. And of course you can't even make any medium or long passes. Not that you normally would anyways, but still, push come to shove, then at least you may have it. But here, with the blizzard, you won't be able to have it. It's pretty debilitating by the end of the game, but not necessarily at the beginning of the game. Nice stun there. Yet another armor break, but no big injuries as of yet. But these stuns will continue to keep these humans down and make the defense a little bit more difficult to keep up. And there's the surround here, trying to get on these undeads. These pieces might be a little bit out of range, but with loads of movement allowance for these guys, no problem. Should be able to recover. There's the blitz with the mummy. Ooh, not the mummy, on the white. But the both down die is going to shut things down and going to actually continue to keep him base to base with that white. I don't think he's able to convert there. What you gonna do? One die block afterwards or something? But we'll have to wait and see. Here's the guard there again. Gonna enable this ogre. That is the difference here. Loads of guard for the bashes, but unfortunately, when I say bash for this human team, looks like loads of pushes and both down dice. But looks like the push bug has been spread to the other side, so the mummy just to push here. But there's a defender stumbles, and there's another armor break, more stuns. But boy, again, it makes the defense so much more difficult, and it's on the side where the ball is looking like it's going to be going now. So after the blitz here on the catcher, should be able to open things up wide open there for the runner with the ball carrier to go on through. 2-die blitz and really wants to get him down. He does. Here's the block coming through for that ghoul. Gonna take him down, keep him away from basing the cage, and this is good. So should be able to get the touchdown by the end, barring anything. But not extremely safe. Humans will do those 3+, 4+ dodges if push comes to shove, and I think this is shoving time. And we're probably going to see some movements there. Ooh, nice big KO. There's the mummy. Gonna get that nice KO on the activation on the armor break as well. So mighty blow coming through. Here's the 3+ dodge from the white. Just wanting to get him into a slightly better spot. Actually going to use the reroll here as well. Nicely done. We'll be able to have his white in the next bit to support the push on the right side, just in case he needs that white with the tackle ability. For some reason, like, oh, I had to grab water until parched. I'm not sure why. There's the blitz, the push, the mummy. Gonna continue to stand up, but the ogre really just wanted to push him out the way and get him transposed in a better spot so that he can hopefully help stop this movement along the right side on the defense. This is not over yet. Sure, he's down a couple of players there on defense, but humans, loads of movement loss, should be able to get there and just, and if anything, maybe threaten this ball carrier a little bit. But nope, not going to be able to dodge away here on the 4+. And won't be able to reposition the ever so important guard piece with the, and that's actually on the catcher, right? Yeah. So pretty nice to have him on the dodge. As we've seen in the last game, a catcher with guard, so nice because with the inherent dodge ability, you're able to reposition that guard piece wherever you really need it and be able to do well with them. Nice big death injury there. Just going to be a level 1 lineman, but what it does for Undead team, it does raise the dead, and there you go, extra zombie to come in. So if the humans decides to get ready to bash, then extra guys to come in. Hey, look at this. So extra zombie on the sideline. That is definitely useful. Resurrection Tournament, though, you won't be able to keep him, but still. Undead, that's always nice. Especially in the beginning of the game like this. In the beginning of the first half, getting that extra player so that you have a little extra buffer just in case your guys begin to go down one by one and Resurrection doesn't work out for you. Silsei looking good. Should be able to hold the ball here. Get another turn. And will put up the side cage perhaps. Yes, he will. Moves along here to the right side. Not afraid of anything at the moment. But it is a still side cage. Should see a blitz on the ghoul over the top and at least pressure something. But the quad skulls! The both downsies! The quad skull is going to get 1 in 81 there. It's just a 1 in 9 though, on top of a 1 in 9 because the both down here. But boy, a huge one. A 1 in 81. That will absolutely be able to allow the Undead team to hold it the last one more round quite easily. And also a nice easy score by the end. So that is it. Ungern should be able to get scored against Silsei, the nice benefactor of the 1 in 81. Always nice to see that when you are having the ball like this. And he should be able to actually reposition the cage just a little bit so that he doesn't get surfed out of there by the end. So should be able to just post him up right here. Okay, looks like, no, okay. I was about to say right here. No, right here. No, okay, right there. And that's actually the better spot. Even if it gets pushed in here due to a crazy one-die blitz or something, then should be okay. Gonna get the score in by the end anyways. And now it is turn 7. Human team likely can't do much about this. I mean, if anything, just might be a one-die blitz here on the end on the ball carrier. But do you really want to do 4+ dodges in there, 5+ dodges just for a small chance of getting that ball out? I don't know. I don't think you would. And it's not even going to come out from a tackle blitz or anything like that. But yes, it will be Silsei, the benefactor of the 1 in 81. And obviously, if I was Silsei, I wouldn't refute the gift. But speaking of gifts, looks like the KO'd personnel of the human team will come back and will continue to fill the bench. So we'll have an extra person to come in. The death entry just on level 1 lineman, not too big of a deal, but of course on the pitch itself, 2 KOs with the death entry, quite debilitating for the human team and really couldn't put much of a defense by the end. And Undead team able to just strut, rock and roll all the way into the end zone. Humans, of course, will be able to take it into the second half down 1-0, but of course not going to be a big deal. Undead though will have an extra bench to come in, and with it, look at that, the zombie that was created from the death injury going to be put on the pitch straight away and going to keep the ghoul out of the pitch, keep him away. Don't want to get him injured, and those are the guys without the block skill. So I really like how the Undead team, I really like the Undead team in general for this tournament because of the regeneration and because of those death injuries. It's able to continue to keep your bench a little bit more alive. And look at this, I'm actually going to be going for the 1-turn touchdown. Yes, indeed, I really like this. And against this type of defense, didn't actually try to stop the 1-move touchdown at all. And an extra reroll even. Oh, actually going to get to the catcher right in the front, and that's actually okay because he's going to get the handoff perhaps to the other catcher by the end. And the blitz coming out, and that is no go, and so that will pretty much end all hopes of the 1-move touchdown. That's a little bit too bad. Would have loved to have seen something more out of this, but the both down die actually re-rolling it from the skull and the defender down. So hopefully should get some injuries coming out from the human team to help continue to keep the attrition up somehow, but there's no attrition when no injuries are coming out. Of course, Undead, 2 guys coming from the bench, so Would have been nice, but the handoff here, and actually going to be the throw to the ogre, but it's actually going to be inaccurately thrown to the whites, and going to get intercepted. Luckily, there is no SVP to be earned, but a little bit of a haha moment for both these coaches. But of course, Silsei gonna definitely be laughing as he is up 1-0. You definitely gotta be feeling good about this, as all you really need to do is hold serve here and make sure your defense stays good. Of course, offense of humans with the thrower, with a couple of catchers on your side, and the ogre. I mean, you are definitely ready for this offensive possession. As I've always said, I really feel like humans, you need to have at least 2 catchers with your thrower to be good by the end. And of course, you need the ogre. I mean, the front line just feels very much a lack of strength if you don't have the ogre. And it's one of those things where it's you're dead if you don't, you're dead if you do, right? I mean, it's just it's just one of those things where yeah, you can bonehead and not an extremely reliable big guy or anything like that, but you definitely want to keep him in here just simply because of the mighty blow. And you can get guard, a real easy access, another easy access to the guard ability because of the strength access. So you want to get your blitzers with the easy access to the guard, and then of course your ogre. So you have at least 5 guard on your side, but a blitz on the kickoff, and this is going to sour things immensely. And boy, the ball is going to be kicked fairly short, but the blitz coming out and might just be able to at least threaten the ball carrier a little bit, but not too much, I think. Human side thrower is going to be on the cross as he is looking to get the ball pickup. At this point, the Undead team really wants to see the ball bounce forward, and then maybe the lineman right here muffs the catch and perhaps gets into a little bit of a better spot for him, but nope. Unfortunately though, Undead team's going to be thwarted the way that the human team had lined up. Luckily he lined up this way because that was able to keep the blitz at bay, and sure he's going to have a few guys marked up for it, but not a humongous deal. 2-die blitz with the stand up, wants to get that mummy poked away, and he does with the defender down die, but Armor 9 holding up strong and good. Should be able to get the pickup with the thrower and have a nice little cage as well. If anything, should be able to get the ball pickup, 2-die block right there, clear the cage, and should be able to keep a nice spread line so that the Undead team won't have a blitz here around the back towards perhaps the ball carrier. 3-die block, looking good. Defender stumbles. Let's see if this is going to get anything going. Nope, looks like not. Just going to be a stun for the time being. But it is a nice little stun, and that did help out the Undead team in the first half, where stun after stun after stun just kept the humans down and the defense not looking so strong and solid. And because of that, eventually the KOs and even the death injury came out, and hop, skipping, and jumping away. See you later, goodbye. And now the Undead. Can they get the defense going? That's always the question. Once you scored on your possession half, can you stop the other side? And of course in Blood Bowl, it's actually not too easy to stop a possession of the other team. It's not that easy, especially if you're getting injured up. But I mean, again, if you continue to play strong like this, then it doesn't make things easy, and you never want to make things easy for the offensive side of the ball of your opponent. And you really want to make it to where they're going to have to base you up after a while. And there you go. And this is kind of the reason why you do take the ogre. You get the guard on that ogre. You stick them in those little bit of a more dangerous place, but with the Armor 9, hopefully should be able to stand up more to those hits, pave the way for your guys, and then get the touchdown by the end. So he really becomes the key that unlocks the puzzle. But of course, having the backup mighty bull blitzer to get these hits in with the defender down, that is also going to be quite the key. But no big injuries as of yet. Armor 9, as I've said, looking good, holding up. Should be able to, again, get the columns up and prevent the forward movements. Two-die blitz away. There's going to be his ogre getting hit, but again, armor 9 holding up strong. And they're not able to get the, not able to crack the can of worms here. As the white is going to stay into position. And good thing he did, because after a block here and then a blitz there, there's absolutely going to be a big old opening here down this middle. But the ghouls a little bit more weak here on the left side here, and tackle mighty blow. That is what he keeps him for. Oh, gonna be okay on the push. And of course, no reroll here. But boy, one would have really seriously thought about it. But of course, Ungern down to just 2 rerolls. You don't want to use it there. But boy, oh man, one of those times where, oh man, really want to reroll that to try to get that ghoul down, and oblige one at that. And right there, the humans, after the blitz, after a little bit of a scare here on the left side, kind of reminds the Undead team that, hey, maybe putting up a ghoul column like that, not exactly the best idea. But you know, they are blodge pieces, but only really need to worry about the tackle mighty blow piece of the humans. But definitely a scare. There's the blitz, both sides playing extremely strong, extremely solid here. No risks taken by either side at the moment. And there's the one die poke away. Keep that ogre down as well, but again, no armor breaks, and we're likely going to see the 5+, actually 6+ dodge, because that was against 2 tackle zones, and actually got the 6. Look at that, and does get the 6, and it's going to be able to stand up. Oh, look at that. Zombies can make the dodges, guys. Perhaps that's the old human player. I don't think it was. Keeping that human spirit alive, and there's the tackle blitz again. Mighty blow. Will it activate? Looks like it's just a stun here. Did get the 9 on it, so it would have activated on the injury if anything. But here we go. The ghoul dodged out of there to not get surfed out, but unfortunately, due to the blitz, ghoul is in a perfect spot for now the zombie to get knocked away there. So if anything, probably should have made yet the other dodge, so that there would be no surf combo. So Ungern showing why he's here in the World Cup. Not going to miss the small combination on the left side to get a piece out. And not only that, made the offensive try a lot less daunting. Oh, look at this nice little injury here coming out, and it is going to be a niggling injury, but it looks like it's just a regeneration, so we'll get that ghoul, or actually the zombie, back in, but will again make the human job a whole lot easier on offense. Now he is up 2 on the pitch, so 11 on 9. Sure, there's a death injury, but again, this is a resurrection tournament, so no worse for wear come the next game if the humans do make it to the next game. But of course, Silsei with the return, and this time it is going to be the mighty blow tackler. And right here, Silsei shows why he's in the World Cup. Gonna get the return hit and the surf, and this is actually gonna be a better piece than the zombie that got surfed out. So this is a good one. Looks like no big injuries coming out, but still, that is a nice piece to not be worried about any longer, especially these ghouls. They are definitely giving a good sigh of relief, like, whew, we dodged a few bullets there, boys. But, of course, the Undead team flooding this left side, and there's going to be 4 more turns left to play, so humans should have a nice little avenue here to move in after the little bit of a surf plays here by both sides. And the center's wide open, the right side a little bit more wide open, but the bonehead coming out, ouch. No blitz there, though, but still. 4 more turns left and should be able to move the ball up and should be able to get a little bit of an escort here. If anything, should be able to sit the ball down in the middle. But with that bonehead right here, that's definitely not going to be easy for him. And there's the handoff here on the ball carrying. The thrower with that catch ability, they can get thrown to, or they can just simply get this catch going. And there we go. We'll move that catcher past the line of scrimmage. Not going to waste any time here as the dodge away so that he can try to get the surround on the white so that he doesn't get the easy dodge away for the 2-die blitz. And he will get surrounded up. Will leave the mummy to his own devices there, but he's just a bit out of range. So just going to do the movement allowance and not going to do the GFIs, but there's the blitz coming up to free up this white to try to get to the ball carrier. And again, if anything, try to pressure that ball carrier. There is the blitz down with the defender down die. And of course, you want to make all your 2-die blocks before you do the 3+ dodge here by the end with the white to try to get on over there to at least pressure that carrier, that ball carrier, into getting that touchdown by the end. He's all by himself, so if anything, just a little pressure is all it's needed to get this score being made by this human team. So Human's gonna stretch himself out there and just get his guys on over there for a chance at the touchdown, but the failed dodge with the KO even. And boy, that's how fragile these pieces are there. The 7 armor allowance of the ghouls, and that's gonna be too bad, but at least it's just a level 1 ghoul without the blodge, so not a big deal. But that will mean that the human team may be able to get some screens here if he's able to get this white down. Come on, but looks like though he doesn't, and of course that will force the score by the end. Ungern, Sebastopol 1855 does get the touchdown, but opens the door for the Undead to actually make the return touchdown. Man, the human team actually had the numbers advantage there, so a little bit of a curiosity why he went for that big score there. Could have actually held the ball back there and should have been okay-ish. Sure, he was kind of running out of time there, but I guess feeling the pressure a little bit, wanting to get that score on the scoreboard, and felt good about holding the defensive side of the ball for the last 3 turns against Silsei. But my goodness, look how easily he kind of scored it. I guess it's one of the things where if you see the score, just go ahead and do it. But now the Undead team has a chance to win it outright in regulation. Will he be able to do it? Will he be able to pull it off? And that'll help things out. Mummy making the presence known. Mighty Blow actually activates on the KO as well. So Mighty Blow, good for the World Cup. Check. Of course, anytime you bash the opponent down and reduce their numbers, game of attrition. Yeah, definitely want to pick those types of skills up, and I really feel like by the end of the World Cup, it's going to be the guy who has the bashiest team may win it, because earlier on, not that many skills going up, but now by the end, we see more Mighty Blow tackle, more piling on Mighty Blow, things like that. So, I mean, it's just one of those things. There's the failed pickup roll, so Undead team with 1 reroll per the last 3 rounds, maybe wanting to just win this game in the regulation. Sure, why not? Don't want to get the coin flip decide everything for you. Just get the decision made right now. Two-die block coming up, afforded by the assist with the zombie, but not going to be able to get him down. There may be a small little opening here towards the backside with the blitz around the back if the human team maybe wanted it. But we'll see how they want to play this one. I don't know if you do want it though. Tackle, Mighty Blow Blitzer, just going to be tied up too much, and so likely won't come around the back right here. And especially now that the zombie's in the way. There's going to be another 2 die, but this time the Thunder stumbles, and this time even more out of it. So that's going to be great, humans. Oh, no regeneration this time around, but loads of zombies for the Undead team, but that will make the Undead's chances of getting this 3-turn touchdown just a little bit more difficult. Blitz down, and this is a great time for all of these down dice because, boy, that absolutely stifles things, especially in this midfield. So at this point, Undead's probably thinking, boy, I just don't want to lose the ball to this human side so that they will get the return touchdown by the end of the first, or actually at the end of the second half, and I lose the game. So that's something to consider here. There's the dodges there coming out from the humans as they try to avoid some danger. But of course the ghouls, they are all not on the pitch. One of them being down, continues to stay down due to the KO, and left side is filled with the ghouls. So the right side, only zombie and a mummy, and those guys aren't catching the ball anytime soon. But the blitz coming here on the right side to free the right side. Nice, big, and wide open. So should be able to switch fields here. There's the other ghoul coming from the backside. Ooh, gonna fail the GFI. Oh boy, I don't know if I would have went for the GFI on the 3+, but we'll go for it anyways on the reroll. And the Undead team, that will definitely stop all movements here and will push this one into overtime. Humans didn't even allow themselves a outlet receiver, keeping all of his guys here on the defense. Didn't want to let the Undead team have at least a small shot by the end, and I can't blame them there, but still, this is going into overtime. And of course, overtime period, as we have seen, just because you win the coin toss does not mean you will automatically win the game. No way, no how. But of course, it does give you the slight advantage for the win because you will have the offensive start in sudden death overtime. And so we'll see which way the Goblin shines for these guys here. And a nice little foul coming out on the white, trying to take away key piece, but not able to do so. And we are likely going to see the Undead team do pretty much the same deal. Get one of these other human guys down, and it looks like it's going to be the thrower. And it looks like he's down to the stun here. And likely going to try to get a foul off himself. So there we go. Nicely done. There's a pass to the right side, you say, King of Violin? I don't see it. If there is, don't see it anywhere. Perhaps I'm missing it, but I don't see it. Well, there's going to be the surround though. It's just going to be on the level 1 lineman, but as we have seen, game of attrition, definitely one to be reckoned with, and unfortunately not going to get a big injury. Except as a zombie. Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I can't blame you. It's the Blizzard, and it changes how they look a little bit, and they're a little bit more lightly colored, so can't blame you. No, you're not an idiot. You're watching my channel, so nobody here is an idiot. There's the coin flip though for the overtime period. As we see, oh, it looks like the humans are going to be on the defense here, as the Franco Bowl stars of the Undead team will opt to receive the ball. But it's not going to be an easy task whatsoever. Humans, they came in there with a couple extra. Sure, the lineman is going to continue to stay out with the KO, but missing 2 level 1 linemen? No problem. Actually, is it going to be a problem? I think they only have one guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. No, it's 10 on 10. No, I miscounted. It's 10 on 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so it's 11. That's what I thought. I knew he had 2 bench. I knew that. And of course the Undead, look at this, KO continues to stay out with the zombie, but of course with the zombie coming in from the death injury, as you can see there, Undead team still able to field a full 11 due to that death injury extra coming in. So very good. Look at that. You think these little things don't matter. You think that it might not, but sometimes it does. Cheering fans, look at that. Frankable Stars will get the extra reroll. And look at that, actually going to get the fame from the fan factor, and will be the thing that actually pushes him over to get that reroll. So there you go. You talk about little things here and there, and again, another reason why I like this Undead team is you're able to get your full team. You're able to just get what you want, and also get a little fan factor. Why not? And have regeneration on your side. Man, sign me up. I love it. Oh boy, and they are definitely going to love that injury to start off with in the line of scrimmage. And will be 11 on 10. Not an impossible defense, but will make things easier. And a stun even in the front line. Mummies have been doing some pretty darn good work in today's match. Again, really, it's that armor 8 frail bodies against the mighty blow. I mean, do you trust humans? When it comes down to it, I just don't know. But as we have seen, a great mix of races here by the end. So, I mean, to heck with the meta. I mean, if the humans and the Wood Elves are so dominant, there would be a bunch of humans and Wood Elves by the end. But it's absolutely a huge mixed bag. Orcs. We got Orcs, we got Wood Elves, we got Undead, I mean, Lizard, all this other stuff here. Necromantic team even. I mean, just loads of great matches to be had. There's definitely no one real good way that you could say, okay, this is it right here. And it's really due to the skill uppage after each round. Just it lets the tier 1 teams catch up after a while. Sure, it's a little bit of a uphill climb in the beginning, but once you get past that hill, I mean, once you get past the point of no return, you're going to be all right. It's all downhill from now, and that's kind of what we're seeing now. And look at all the guard here for the humans, and I mean, sure, he's been able to get more bashes off on the Undead team, I think. I really feel that that's been the way, but the Mummies, they're able to continue to pound the human bodies, get some of those injuries out, and with that block skill, you're not afraid to do these blitzes just like that right there. And I mean, normally you might get 1 in 9, but with the block skills being on both of the Mummies, it's just you're not worried at all. And there we go. This is gonna scamper here right into the middle, but of course the cage will be based here by the catcher. Not sure what the catcher can do here about it, but may have a blitz on the ball carrier. I mean, if anything, 2 red die block, and then after that, a follow-up blitz. I mean, that could be the way, but of course it's still 10 human players, so not too bad. Yes, Mighty Blow has actually done so much for this Undead team. I mean, it's activated on a lot of 7s to create more KOs on this human team and make them feel like they have always been down during this match. And just, I mean, yeah, they have the guard advantage and able to strike back, but being down 1, being down 2 almost all the time just makes things so much more difficult. There's the dodge away. Humans, yes, just wants to get out of danger. Doesn't want to do what I said earlier. No 2 red die blocks for perhaps an opening for a 1 die blitz. But humans just gonna be playing it soft here, but will it be to their detriment? Right side is starting to open up a little bit. Just a little bit. I'm sure this is what Sage had been envisioning for himself, for his own undead team. If he would have made it this far, then 2 doubles coming up through the ranks like this, you get block on both your big guys, and you just don't look back. And this is exactly what's happening here. The block on the mummies, and then you get guard for both of them. Looking quite good. Kind of white here with that tackle ability. Looking so good. This other white with the guard ability. And of course the undead team, also a bit like the necromantics, where they do need to take guard for their strength players just to stay bashy because of the zombies. They're not extremely bashy themselves, but with the proper amounts of guard with the white and the mummies, then the zombies will suddenly be able to they'll be able to strike back. The humans though, lots of movement outs, able to catch up to the ball carrier, as you can see, able to get a nice little surround. So not going to be able to score it as of yet. But Undead can switch sides. This is why we have multiple ghouls here. As you can see, this ghoul, he's definitely in danger of breaking away. So there's the blitz coming out on that ghoul, but just a push here. And so not able to stifle this receiving threat along the left side. Not only that, there's a switch around right here as well on the back side. So if anything, this ghoul gets stopped up and then suddenly hands it off to this ghoul here, and then he throws it to the other one, and it's off to the races. So this actually might happen now. The switch up, and there, the dodge, the play is actually going to fail the dodges and not going to be able to break through. And not only that, the injury on the guard piece even. Oh, that's a big blow right there. That is a big blow. And as I said before, look at this. We have a small opening here. Might be able to get the handoff to the throw right on over here. Maybe actually get the blitz through here. As you can see, he's actually marking the ogre there. And should get another mark on the mighty blow tackler. And likely just go off to the races now. Here's the blitz. And just going to open things up down the middle. But oh, going to be the both down die on this 2-die blitz. And that may just deter things just momentarily. Maybe still wants to hide the fact that, oh, I can have the switch around to this left side, and the ghoul is wide open. So the ogre with the blitz. Oh boy, a little scary moment here. He could get 1 and 9 there, and he could have boneheaded, but the injury coming out on the weaker zombie. He's going to go out, but the regeneration is going to save him. But this is overtime period, so it doesn't even matter, the injury coming out. But look at this, actually going to wrap around to the middle, and this ghoul, oh no. Do you see what I see? Sounds like a song. Sounds like a song. But humans applying the pressure. Ghoul. Oh, I see it. I see it in my dreams. But can the humans react in time? I just don't know, and I don't even think they see it. And the failed dodge. And if he does see it, then he'd re-roll that because he can't leave these guys wide open, and he does. And the switch around is there. But unfortunately, the ghoul had moved very close here, so it's going to be a very tough pass. That actually won't be an extremely tough pass. Should be able to get the handoff and then get the movement over here for a 4+ pass. But do you want to put your tournament life on a 4+ pass? I don't think so. And I don't know if you want to do GFI still in the blizzard. 3+, but the left side is wide flipping open right now. And if he can get him down, and oh, he's not going to be able to get him down, then perhaps this would be off to the races. But a little bit of a push here does open things up. As you can see, the catcher can't get to the sideline, so might actually think about this. Might actually think about this again a little bit. See how he was able to easily get over there. I was thinking handoff and then pass here, but I think at the moment he's not thinking that at all. But we'll see here. He's left him to the last bits. This is a 4+ pass, it looks like, from here. It is. And he gets the 5 on it with the 3+ catch, and there you go. Oh, yes, indeed. Does get off to the races. The GFIs, he wants to end up here by the left side, and he does. The catcher with that blitz. This is it right here, the small blitz. He is prone to getting blitzed down still from the tackle blitzer. From the one die. Oh, he's going to miss the dodge away, so he's got to re-roll this. This is critical moment. He's going to be able to get there. Is it a blitz, though? I can't see. Yes, it is. A one die, but the re-roll's already been used. The re-roll. The re-roll. Already gone. And these catchers, he's going to be a little bit out of range. He's a little bit out of range as well. He might be able to dodge away and get into a slightly better range here, but this is just a one-die blitz here from the Ghoul to actually break away. Maybe, no, the guard, he's going to fail the GFIs to try to trap him in there, but this is it. And might be able to get some help over here to do the two-die instead, but I don't think I see it anywhere. But if anything, should be able to get at least the one die blitz over the top here. Yes. Two die here coming up on this human guard player. Just wants to get his guys close here just in case he fails the one die blitz, but he just needs to get a push. Does have to re-roll. He just needs to get the push, and he gets the defender stumbles, and it's GG. It's absolutely GG. The left side wide open. You can't leave these ghouls alone. You just can't. 2-1. Silsei wins it on the switch around. Wow. Oh man, just a small oversight, and that is it. The humans, had he had seen that, likely would have re-rolled that dodge away so that he continues to stay standing up. In fact, perhaps not even do the dodge away, but man, it was open. The Ghoul is right there, and Ungern pays the price. Silsei moves on. Look at this. 15 armor breaks. Humans actually out injuring the other side. Well, actually, no, he's actually about even, but the KOs, that was the difference here. 52 blocks to 50, about even. When you see these numbers and you see all the guard that the human team had, you would think that they would be able to outpass the Undead team, but instead, it's the mummies able to keep down the human players, the KOs, the injuries coming out, and they were just never ever able to really get that wrap around, the really great usage of the guard ability. And that, my friends, is that. Undead moves on and puts the nail in the proverbial coffin of any type of mirror matchups going into the last couple of rounds. There is no possibility of that. Can you believe that? No, I just can't believe it either. But Undead team moving on past the humans. No possibility of any more mirror matchups any longer. What an exciting World Cup. Necro versus Lizard on Sunday. Orc versus Wood Elf also on Sunday. This is just too good to miss at the moment. And if you just blink, you will miss it. But of course, if you love what you see here and you haven't already, definitely hit that follow button. If you're watching after the fact on my YouTube channel, definitely hit that subscribe button. Like my videos. Hopefully we'll see you for some more Blood Bowl action along with some strategy role-playing games to boot. But my oh my, we are not turning our eyes away from this one. We'll see you here. I will be live with the Sage August 14th on Tuesday starting 1600 CEST, where we will have both of the semi-final matches to be played. And then on August 16th on Thursday, one more match to play. The game of all games, the World Cup. The championship match. Who's it gonna be? Will it be Silsei? Will it be Ornan? Will it be one of these four coaches here by the end? We'll have to wait and see. Sunday. 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 Thank you all for joining me. This is the VG Pierce, King of Vython. Thank you for making the chat a little lively here tonight. Failure Analysis, always a pleasure to see you as well. And thank you for that host, Jimmy Fantastic. You are a scholar. I don't care what they talk about you, but yes, definitely one to be a true gentleman about. And with that, guys, thank you again This is the VG Pierce, and I will see you guys next time.